Hey everybody, happy Saturday weekend. So we're going to use the Rebel deck to get our topic for today. Let's see what we have got for today. I hope you all are doing well and that your week went just beautifully. I know there was a lot of energy this week. We had a lot of major astrological transitions going on. It's just been, you might have been feeling really worn out, really emotional, just raw. And that's a beautiful opportunity. It really is. Just like what we talked about yesterday with reintegrating the shadow and finding the depths within ourselves, becoming whole again. Those emotions that come up during these times when you feel so tired, your body is shifting and changing. However, at the same time, it's a way to slow you down to feel those emotions. It all works together beautifully. It really does. So we've got, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. And this is just self care. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you nurturing yourself? Because really, and this is like the baseline of all of the bigger lessons, integrating all of you, becoming your best self, feeling confident in who you are, knowing that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness, that your emotions are here to serve you. All of this boils back down to self love, self care. And so much of ourselves we give away. And everything that we do is energy, it's an exchange of energy. You go to your job and perform a task that requires energy, whether it's mental, physical, both. And in return, you get money, which is energy, and it's an exchange. However, there are a lot of expectations about where we should put our energy. And most of those expectations are external, not internal. These are things, again, that are part of the shadow self that we have been taught to believe we need to do, that it's an obligation, that if we are decent. Hold on. Okay. So the expectations that we have been taught by the people around us and adopted as our own, like, rule book for life, we now own these expectations as our obligation to fulfill, to be considered a decent human being by the people around us. And in doing that, so many times we run ourselves into the ground. We overgive and leave ourselves hanging. We overextend ourselves trying to do everything. And at the end of the day, you don't have the energy for you. Like, you're just drained. And that's not how we're meant to live. You can't live a full life if you've given away everything you have energetically, be it time, money, your attention, your focus, your resources. You have nothing left to live on. And that's why I like to say, your expectations are not my responsibility. I have my own ideas about what is valuable, what is important, what is a priority. And I've come to those conclusions based on what works best for me, what really provides me with peace, what really gives me a sense of fulfillment, what things bring joy. And those are going to be my priorities. I'm sorry, but most of the time, other people's expectations on you relieve them of a responsibility. Is it really yours to do? Probably not. And when you set a boundary and say, your expectations are not my responsibility, they will throw a tantrum. You talk about acting like a big ass baby. Tell somebody no when you haven't told them no before. you are going to see a whole new side of them. Because by you not adopting their expectation and taking on their obligation, now they have to. You're being a selfish asshole in their eyes because they're used to you giving. They're used to you saying yes, even when your soul is screaming no. And you know what that does for you? That teaches you that you will sell yourself out, that you cannot trust yourself to protect yourself. And you know what that does? That triggers all that shadow shit we were talking about yesterday. The fears of abandonment, the fears of not having enough, the fear of lack, the fear of all of these things come bubbling right back up to the surface because you are not protecting you. And like we talked about yesterday, you are now a grown ass adult. You are 100% responsible, not only for you, but the decisions that you make that either protect you or sell you out. And those are what we call boundaries. When you finally start acting in your own best interest, like making sure you're eating well, resting, prioritizing the things that matter to you first, not when you have time, not when you get done doing Aunt Linda's laundry or running errands for cousin Joe or whatever the case may be. Taking everybody's kids to soccer practice and then taking everybody's kids home while they sit home and take care of themselves. hmm hmm People will do that to you if you allow it. You get what you accept. Quit accepting less than you deserve. Quit giving more than you have to give. Put you first because only then are you able to show up for your life. Do you even remember what that is? Your life? Have you put any time into it lately? Do you still remember what it is? Because it's so easy to fall into the old behavior patterns of people pleasing, overgiving, seeking that outside validation. Look, like Nancy Reagan, if you're old enough to remember, just say no. And no is no, not no because this and this and that, and this is going on and that. And that. It's not a book, it's a word. And that one word is self definable. It does not need context, it does not need an explanation. And you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're not giving away something of yours. I mean, if somebody asked you for $20 and you said no, well, why not? Because it's mine. No, that's it. And they don't even deserve that. No, because it's mine. They know that, or they wouldn't ask you for it. If it was a community $20 bill, somebody could just pick it up. It's yours. That's why they have to ask you to take it away from you. Just like your time, energy, any other resource, you have to give your permission. You have to allow it. And that's where we all really need to check ourselves. Do I have this to give? Do I want to give this? Even if you have it, that doesn't mean you have to give it away. It's still yours. And it's your resource to do with what you want to do with it because it's for you. And so make sure that at the end of the day, you are one of the people that you're doing right by, not living for the expectations and validations of all the people around you while you just put yourself at the bottom of the list, neglect your life, neglect your dreams. You're not a supporting actor. This this life is your movie. You should have the starring role. You have to live with every decision that you make. You have to face the outcome of everything that you choose to do or not do. If you let other people control through manipulation, through seeking validation, for wanting approval, you will feel like a victim, but you gave permission to be one. When you stop allowing other people to dictate how you use your energy, how you use your power, Because when you give it to everyone else, you don't have it for you. You take your power back when you start saying no and setting boundaries. It's one of the very important things about integrating the shadow side is being in your power. As you start to say no, you start to dust off those things there back in that back closet that we talked about on Friday, that fear of abandonment. Have you been abandoning yourself? If so, when you stop allowing people to coerce you into doing things you don't want to do through your own need for approval, thus you're giving your permission, that part of you starts to feel safe again. As a child, you may not have had anybody that would stand up for you, that would be there for you. You felt abandoned. Don't abandon yourself. You can now fill that void by respecting yourself. You see where this is going? You have the power to heal the wounds of the past because now you're not dependent. You don't need someone to save you. And for so many of us, there's this thought that someone's going to come save us. You know who that is? It's you. It's the you that you become as you reintegrate those parts of yourself, own all of you, and then protect all of you by making really conscious choices based on your priorities, your beliefs, your expectations. And you'll find that when that starts to happen, it becomes so much easier to stay in a place of peace because those are the steps to self mastery, where when we are able to bring all of that together into one cohesive unit that is ourself, we can find peace within regardless of what's going on around us. You can center in yourself, ground into you. And no matter what's going on around you, you're the calm in the storm. The eye of the hurricane, everything around it is madness. But that eye is the calm. When you become that energy in your life and the lives of the people around you, you alter the collective consciousness. You change the energy of a space before you even walk into it. People feel that from you, and you're providing a calm place for those around you. But more importantly, you live there. You don't visit, you live there. Life is so different when we are being, we are in our power, fully integrated and aligned, and we maintain that eye of the storm. Something to ponder. Look at areas of your life where you've given your power away. Look at areas of your life where you're doing things that you don't want to do because other people expect you to and you want their approval, even if you haven't consciously thought about the idea that you want their approval. Where are you saying yes, where you want to say no? That's a good place to start. And damn it, have you eaten? Have you eaten? Take a nap. Drink water. Move your body. Well, I hope this helps. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will talk to you soon.